Your best technician is now your biggest leadership problem. You did the right thing. You promoted your best technician. It made perfect sense. He knew the machines, he knew the processes, he knew the product better than anyone. He knew the clients, he knew what the clients wanted, he knew the business. But then he had to lead people, and everything changed. Deadlines got missed, conflict went unresolved, good employees started leaving, and you kept wondering what happened to the guy that never let you down. Truth is, nothing happened to him, he's still there. It's the job that changed. It's the pressure of the responsibility of managing people that nobody prepared him for. That is the problem that this video is about. But more importantly, that is the issue you and I can resolve. We can fix it. So let's look at the gap that nobody names. There is a gap that exists in almost any manufacturing business that has grown beyond its founders. It sits between technical competence, which your managers have in abundance, that's why you hired them, and then the relational leadership, which most of them never trained for. They were never assessed on, and they were never held accountable to. Your managers know the process, but they don't always know themselves. They don't always know their own limitations, their own restrictions. And when a person does not know themselves, their triggers, their blind spots, how they show up under pressure, the people around them pays for it daily. Your business pays for it daily. So this is not about personality, it's not about attitude, but it is about a skill set that was never developed, it was never built within that new manager. Because nobody thought it was necessary until the wheels came off. So what does the data say? In a manufacturing environment, the collapse shows up on the floor amongst the people. The people stop raising problems early, workarounds multiply, accountability diffuses. Your systems are intact, but the human layer those systems depend on is quietly breaking down. Meanwhile, companies that do invest in leadership development outperform their competitors by 25% and achieve more than double the financial results on a quarterly or annual basis. And here's the one thing that you should consider. There's this one thing that should get every business owner's attention. And here it is. Delaying leadership development costs the business up to 7% of profits. External hires brought in to fill the gap fails within 18 months. 61% of the time. The numbers don't lie. So the instinct to hire your way out of leadership problems is both expensive and largely unsuccessful. The solution is already inside your business. It just needs to be developed. Remember, if we can't trust the numbers, what are we doing? So here's the real problem. The real problem is self-regulation under pressure. Let's look at what leadership training gets wrong. Leadership training focuses on knowledge, models, frameworks, communication tools, which is important, but it's not always effective and it's hardly ever enough. Your managers sit through the training, they nod, they agree, it makes sense, they take notes. Then comes Monday after a week of training. There's a breakdown on the line. The team members pushes back. The deadline is missed. And everything they learned in that room last week disappears. Because under pressure, people revert to what is automatic, to what it is that they instinctively do, not what is trained. The World Economic Forum now lists emotional intelligence amongst the top skills required for the next 5 years. Emotional intelligence, or EQ, should not just be a buzzword. It should be something that your business should critically look at. And if there's a need for investment around that, we should talk. And not because your business has gone soft, but because the evidence is clear. Leaders who cannot regulate themselves create operational risks. And you and I both know operational risks equals financial risk, if not financial losses. The limiting factor in your business is not processes. It is not equipment. It is not even your people. It is the unregulated behavior of the managers that those people that your business depend on must report to. And this is what self-leadership addresses. Not feelings, but functionality. The capacity to stay clear, to remain accountable, and to be effective in what it is that you are paid to do at the end of the day, even if the environment is not cooperating. So let's look at how we can fix this. What does the fix look like? Self-leadership is not a motivational concept, and I have to be very clear on that. What we do is not motivation. It could be inspiration, but it's definitely not motivation. It is the internal infrastructure a manager needs before they can reliably lead anyone else. It means knowing your triggers before they control your decisions. It means giving difficult feedback without avoiding it or weaponizing it. It means holding people accountable without becoming personal. It means making clear calls under pressure instead of defaulting to reactivity. When this is built properly and built specifically for your business, your culture, your real issues, the results are not abstract, they are tangible. You can see it, you can feel it. Monday morning when you walk in there, there's a difference. Friday afternoon when you leave, there's peace of mind. You can see, it shows retention improves, conflict is reduced, outputs increases. Your manager stop being the problem that lands on your desk every afternoon after 12. And you start being the leader who solves problems before they even reach you. And now that is the fix. That's what the fix looks like. That's the shift. And you know what? It is measurable. We can put numbers to it. And if you can't trust the numbers, what are we doing? All right, so I want you to pay attention as your business grows. The question is, has your leadership grown with your business? If the honest answer is no, if you have technically strong managers who struggles with people, the gap is costing you more than you think, more than you realize. The absence of self-leadership is critical. It's pandemic. Not in theory, not in margin, but in retention, in daily operational friction that should not exist, that should not cost you the way it is costing you. But this problem is solvable. Generic training doesn't solve it. Don't just throw a training manual at it. Get someone in that understands what you need, that has gone in there and has done a proper needs analysis. The solution has to be built around your business. There is no one size fits all. We must look at your vision. We must look at your values. We must take into consideration the actual root cause of the problem. And that is exactly what we do at Donnie Miller People Management. If this message, this video resonates with you, if any of this left you concerned or made sense to you, and you know that you need to have a conversation with me, I want you to reach out. There is so much more then where this come from. This is so compacted within the short video. If you are ready to have a direct conversation, a serious conversation about the future of your business and what that looks like, if you are building a legacy business, I want you to click the link below, like, follow, but also reach out. I am at your service. My name is Donnie Miller, and I fix leadership behavior. Until next time, thank you for watching.